Oh my goodness, are we live? Tell me we're live, because I have not done this very often. Actually, this will be the first time I'm setting up whatever streaming codecs YouTube now requires. Didn't used to require, so this is all new to me. Y'all let me know you're out there. Send me a comment. Oh, I got one. Kirk, good to see you, man. Joshua, all right. Jay Evans. Cool, folks are coming in. That took about 30 minutes. 30 minutes of my life to try and figure that out. But I guess that's not too bad. Next time should only take me about 5 to 10 minutes to set this up. This might be why Matches was having trouble on his Friday Night Live last week. It was probably about 20 minutes late. I was hoping to start this at 6:30 my time. I'm in Central Time. George, good to see you or hear from you. Aaron? Aaron, where in Alabama are you? It's weird to see my video kind of staggered behind the reality that I'm living right now. But we'll see if we can just roll with it. Let me see if I can find a clean pipe. I haven't really prepped anything yet. I'll probably be on tonight for I don't know, since I started late, 30 minutes, something like that. 16 viewers in the house. So I'm using OBS, which I've never used before, as a video streaming codec. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully this will post to my channel and be archived like it used to, magically from YouTube. It's kind of weird how it seems like YouTube is downgrading. Maybe they just want out of the streaming business. They don't want to have anything to do with it as far as hosting it. And it looks like they took away the ability finally to do the what was it, the Google Hangouts via live stream. I can't seem to find a good backdoor way to make that happen anymore like I used to. But as you guys probably know, I haven't been doing live streams. I haven't done a Wednesday Night Lights, and man, it's been 2 months, maybe 3 months, if my internal timeline is correct. Is this going to show up on the screen? Still don't see it yet. I must be staggered about, golly, 10 seconds? Where's that? Come on. 15 seconds? Good grief, how long does this thing... I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it goes. 20 seconds or so that this was staggered. So I just loaded up some Old Dark Fired 2013 edition. $18 in the house. I wonder what this actually looks like on my channel. Let's see. Let's go to my channel. Be a little vain here. Your channel. Live now. Oops. Yeah, it's pretty staggered tonight. That's interesting. Back when I did this through YouTube and didn't use the third-party software for coding, codecs, it just worked, and it was probably 5 seconds staggered. Apparently that's not the case anymore. Well, that's going to be hard for me to see what's in the shot and all that kind of stuff. I wonder if I can view it. There we go. I can view it on my OBS software, so I can at least see the video in real time. That was kind of ridiculous. So tonight, I'm going to smoke this Rattray's Old Gowrie Group 4 or Shape 4 9mm filtered pipe. I have a fan blowing right at me. Is that fan bothering y'all? Let me know. I can turn it off, but the time will be ticking for the video if I turn that fan off, because it is hot out here today. Let's see if I can light this up in between the oscillations. Alright. There we go. This is the part where I wonder if I actually put a filter in or not. I'm going to check. Don't do what Eddie Don't does. There is a filter in place. Alright. Well, I don't have much of an agenda tonight. Really just wanted to come on and break the streak because it's been so long since I've done a Wednesday night light. Y'all were probably wondering if I was ever going to do them again. And it doesn't look like I'll be able to do the hangouts via Wednesday night lights, but at least I can hang out with you guys in real time. It's also weird how this OBS software gives me a mirror image. I wish it would give me a real image. Well, I guess it's not a mirror image, it's just mirror imaged on my screen. Because this is my right hand. Does this look like my right hand? You guys let me know. Right hand? See if I got any questions here. You guys don't hear that fan? That's crazy. I can sure hear it in here. And I can hear my MacBook fan going nuts. So the software must be pretty intensive to stream. Garbage Man Piper in the house. So Glocky1 asks, how do you feel about the smoking qualities of the Rattray pipes versus 7Ls? Well, I only have 2 Rattray's pipes, and I have a bunch of 7Ls. But they seem to be neck and neck in my limited experience, somewhat limited experience. I'm really enjoying the Rattray's pipes. They stay lit about as well. They seem to be, from what I've seen, they've been drilled as well. The finishes are great. Stems are fit nicely to the body of the pipe, the shank. Of course, I use 9mm filters in both 7Ls and Rattrays, so that does hide a multitude, or can hide a multitude of sins, but I think Rattray is right up there with Savinelli as far as quality overall, fit and finish, drilling, smoking properties. So that's that. That's the news. I do have a decent bit of Rattray's pipes from the 3 series that I'm currently carrying in stock now. Joshua LaBeouf asks, I thought you were going to talk about your faith more. Well, I guess that's not a question, but I will talk about my faith more here and there. I don't have anything necessarily in the can tonight to talk about faith-wise, but I will say, just kind of tagging onto that question, we had someone at work, my day job, older gentleman than me, but he was probably in his early 60s, not quite ready to retire yet. I think he really enjoyed his job. He was in video editing. Came in, I think it was last Friday morning, came into work, hit the floor, had a massive heart attack, and passed away. Passed away at work. He wasn't a good friend. He was a work colleague. I had lunch with him a couple of times in the break room. Talked to him here and there. Good guy. And that might have been the way he wanted to go out. I don't know. But it sure put the fire on me. Just another reminder that that is not my passion. That day job is not my passion. I need to be focusing on the Pipe Nook and get this up and running to the point where I can leave that day job and do this full time. Then I could create more video content, I could write more blogs, all that kind of stuff. Because I don't want to leave this world in that manner, working a job I don't really enjoy. So I'm working towards that, and that is my prayer, that I would know when the time is right. Sometimes, some days it just feels like cowardice to stay in a job only for the insurance. Because that's really the only reason I'm there now, because insurance is so ridiculous. But that's a little bit of my mindset right now. I also don't want to be irresponsible. Have to think about my family, so I'm towing that line. And just waiting on confirmation of the right time to make the jump. I have a 5-year plan, but it would be nice if it happened before the 5 years. I know tobaccopipes.com started in 2010, so it's less than 10 years, and they're one of the big 3 now, I would say, of online pipe and tobacco retailers. I think I'm in the top 10, but I need to be firmly in the top 5 with more consistent sales than I've got going now. So y'all keep buying pipes, eh? George, I saw you ordered that Savinelli Series 3 pipe. I cannot remember when I shipped it out. Did you get maybe you already got the email confirmation? Could be today, I'm not 100%. T-Dog, what specifically are you looking for? You're looking for items that I've got on back order? What are you looking for? Because I do have a large order coming this week that I should have up on the site Saturday, by Saturday at the latest. Buckeye Piper can hear the fan. So, Buckeye Piper, I was actually born in Dayton, Ohio. I've been in Pensacola, Florida area uh, since I was 3, but I was born up in at the hospital at Wright Pat Air Force Base. My mom was in the Army. Oh, I got more stuff. It wasn't scrolling. Let's see. Thomas Camilleri says favorite Boswell's blend. I haven't tried them all. Uh, to my mind, Boswell's is known for 2 things: aromatics, and then that great Latakia bomb they've got. What is that called? Boswell's Northwoods. It's really good when I'm in the mood for Latakia. London Calling. Hi, Simon. I have no idea what time it is where you are, but I'm sure we're very, very apart. It's Wednesday here. How about there? It's Wednesday at 7 o'clock. 7:09. Brett, I am smoking some Old Dark Fired, my favorite blend. If Matches has his haunted bookshop, I've got my Old Dark Fired. My standby. There's so many blends that I really enjoy. You guys have probably heard me say that I like 50 or more blends on this channel. I would say over the past 3, 4, 5 years. I started this channel in, I think, 2014, so it's been 5 years or so. But I do enjoy a pretty good bit of blends. I would say 80% of the blends I try, I'm like, yeah, this is good. I could smoke this. But I keep going back to the Old Dark Fired, my very favorite. Smoking Ronnie says, I saw Iron Maiden as a warm-up band to Judas Priest back in '81 in Dallas. Nice. Pretty nice warm-up band. Aaron Irvin asks, what brand of filters do you use? I'm probably like 5 minutes behind on these comments, y'all, but doing my best. It says, what brand of filters do you use? Well, I've used a lot of different kinds. I haven't had a bad charcoal filter. Right now, I've got these Dr. Pearl Juniors. Right there. It almost focused. Dr. Pearl Juniors. They came in a tin. I think it was a tin of 200 that I got off Amazon. Branded Vowen. Oh, still got a pretty good bit of those left. And as you can see, one thing I don't like about these, although it hasn't been a problem for me, you have to stop and think, because the blue side is plastic and the white side is ceramic. So you want that ceramic to be towards your bowl and the blue to be towards your mouth. But beyond those, I use and I carry Big Ben pipe filters. See if that'll focus. Whoa. Oh, is that a Stanwell filter? That is a Stanwell filter. How long's that been in there? Weird. Well, maybe I'm out of Big Bends out here. But most of the time I'm using Big Bends. That's what I tend to be able to keep in stock. 9mm filters are one of the hardest things for me to find the same brand regularly to keep in stock. I used to carry Stanwells. They're fine. I used to carry Mr. Brog pipe filters that were also good. Most of them are made in like Germany or I think Switzerland. Same manufacturer, they just get rebranded. But they're all good. And then I do use the balsa filters from time to time. You know, the old Savinelli balsa filters. So Garbage Man says, I've seen about 6 rat race pipes and the salves have a better fit and finish. Draft holes on rat race can have issues you have to clean out. I haven't had that issue yet personally, but I'm not gonna argue that Savinelli's aren't. To me, they're neck and neck. To me, they're neck and neck. Let's see. Any other questions we got here? Night, Simon. Yeah, Corey Johnson. Sometimes the 5-year wait doesn't work. Yeah, you're right. There are plenty of people who have a dream, have a plan, and they just don't. It doesn't ever come to fruition. I still have a dream and an aspiration to write a book, or maybe many books. I've had that in me since I was a teenager, back in high school, but it hasn't happened yet. I hit college. My parents wanted me to go to college. I am not the poster boy for college. It took me 7 years to get a 4-year bachelor's degree, and I didn't know what else I would do except for major in English. But everybody just expects you're either going to be a teacher or like a journalist or something. I wasn't interested in writing for the newspaper, which I'm really glad I didn't go that route these days. I didn't have any intention of moving to Atlanta or any bigger city. I'm a Pensacola boy. The paper didn't pay much here, and I'm sure it doesn't pay much now. And I sure didn't want to be a teacher. Just wasn't something that was in me. So I got the English degree after 7 long, tedious years. I went a year and a half and then ran out of scholarship money because I was dumb. Or I acted dumb and lost my scholarships. Hanging out with friends into the wee hours of the night. And then I had to get a full-time job and go part-time for college. And after that 7 years, I had written and read so much Victorian literature and Shakespeare and Chaucer and American lit and all this other stuff from like the 1950s back to the 1300s or whatever. I had written so many papers, essays about like analyzing other people's writings, that when I got out of college, I didn't want to write anymore. So, and then it just kind of steamrolled, and here I am, 44 years old. I graduated when I was 25, I guess. Still hadn't written that book, or those books. That's another reason I want to be working from home. Pipe Nook is my main gig, so I can get back to trying my hand at writing again. My buddy Jason is a musician, and we've talked about doing music again together. He lives in Tampa, so it would have to be a remote thing, collaboration, but that would be cool. I don't get to play guitar all that much anymore. Oh, things are just scrolling by again. Let's see. Dixie Piper says, what's your cleaning touring for your pipes? Is that like cleaning regimen? After 5 smokes or as needed? I clean my pipes almost, well, I used to clean my pipes every time I smoked it. I would clean out the pipe. Not a huge regimen. I just run a pipe cleaner through the stem shank, and then I run a pipe cleaner folded like this through the bowl and just kind of ream it a little bit. Not really ream it, but the better you are at cleaning your pipes, I've never had a pipe go sour. So the better you are at it, the less you'll have to deal with a sour tasting pipe. Rich B, how's it going? Or Rich B1. Claude says I was going to order some of those pipes called the Ugly Sticks, but all sold out. So I changed the name on the site to just discount, like Savinelli Series 3 discount pipes. After I made the announcement video and sent out an email and called them Ugly Sticks, I thought, Savinelli's probably not going to like the fact that I created a series called the Ugly Sticks. So that was not my intention at all. It was just kind of a nickname. But I didn't want to jeopardize my relationship with Savinelli, so I just changed it to Discount Pipes. And word to the wise, for those of you watching the stream now, there are a few shapes in stock now, because I've been going through all of my Series 3 pipes and pulling ones that just are uglier than usual. So there are some in there, and those shapes will probably rotate from time to time. And if I just don't have any in stock that I would classify as such, I'll take that listing down and just add it back later. But there are some now. There are some 703s now. I think I put 5 703s in that category under discounted, and nobody snapped them up yet. No, that's the Lovat shape. That's a good pipe. I might wind up with a Lovat. I don't typically go for straight pipes, but I like the shorter straight pipes better than the longer ones. I'm talking so much, I'm not keeping this thing lit very well. How many times have you heard that in a YTPC video? Well, my vision's clearing up. So you guys, when I was trying to set this video up, this live stream, I was having patterns, like moving patterns in my vision. It's happened to me a few times. I've read that it's a form of migraine headaches. So, but it seems to have cleared up. Tends to be 20-30 minutes and it goes away. Doesn't have a headache associated with it. It's just a weird, like, fuzzy vision thing. It's kind of psychedelic. But I could barely read my computer screen to set this stuff up. You guys, any of y'all have that kind of issue? Alright, let's see. Bart, hello, what might be the difference between 6mm and 9? Well, the 9mm filters are 3mm smaller. I know that's a smart aleck remark, but that's really the difference. It's the diameter of the filter. That's what that measurement is. 6mm versus 9mm. So here's a Savinelli 6mm. Those are triangular shaped. And here's the 9mm, which is circular. That's really it. I would say the 9mm it's more surface area and just provides a better overall smoke. But some people don't have the tongue bite. But yes, I can really tell the difference. Man, it's tough to keep up with these comments. Robert, at the moment, I don't plan to send orders to the UK in the future, or anywhere outside of the US. Like, you know, we're having our own problems here in the US. For a small, I'm not even a mom and pop organization, it's just pop. So for a small organization like mine, it's just too much to keep up with as far as tariffs and shipping codes and all that kind of stuff. And I used to ship to the UK and to Australia and Canada, but I didn't like that some of my customers got slapped with a huge tariff and some didn't. I didn't like playing that roulette wheel. As a business, I have to put what's in the box, so it's going to say smoking pipes or pipe tobacco or what have you. So that could either get claimed as contraband, like not allowed to ship to your location, or it could come with a steep tariff. So I just decided for now not to deal with it. And I don't have any plans in the near future to go back on that, but hopefully one day. Blake, I did get to meet with my buddy Mike from high school, who also smoked pipe. Smokes a pipe now. We didn't used to smoke pipes. We just kind of found it separately. We've gotten together a few times, and I was just thinking yesterday I need to call him up because it's probably been 2 months. Mark Taylor asked, do you change charcoal filters after each smoke? Yes, I do. I find that even if I let it dry out, that filter is already smoked up, and it does affect the taste of the smoke. So I use a new fresh filter every single time. It's a little pricey, but it's still much cheaper than smoking cigars every day. Depending on the quantity you buy and the type you buy, filters cost anywhere from like 20 cents a piece to 35 cents a piece. It's not a huge cost. Much better than back when I was smoking $5 to $8 cigars at a time. Pipe tobacco is practically nothing. You can get 6 to 10 smokes out of a 10 of tobacco. Sometimes more. Oh, let's see. Man, it keeps skipping, then I have to go back up. Eddie, do you have any Nerup pipes? Jay Evans asked. And if so, what are your thoughts on those? I have 3. I used to carry Nerup pipes. I have 3 in my collection, I think. They're fantastic pipes. I mean, they are great. Um, they're some of the few pipes that are unfiltered that I still dig out and smoke from time to time. It's been a little while, but those are some of the prized pipes in my collection. Nerups are gorgeous, gorgeous pipes. I sold out after I posted that video. I was sold out of everything I showed in that video within an hour. I had 13 of those pipes selected to be the ugly sticks, and they sold so fast. Like, I didn't even know if they would sell, to be honest. Um, I didn't know. I just was letting the market dictate how that went, and it went very well. Now, I made $17 less on every one of those pipes that I sold. But you guys knew what you were getting, right? Buying a second online is tricky. I understand that. People don't want to pop $65 on a factory second and really not know what it's going to look like. So that's where the idea for the ugly sticks came about. You know, I grabbed the ones that are definitely not as pretty as the others in the batch and sell them cheaper. It covers my cost, so that way I don't have to deal with, you know, shipping them back as returns to Savinelli. And I don't know what they would do with them. They might destroy them at that point. And that'd be a shame. The Dixie Piper asks, do you find that smoking near bedtime affects your sleep? It affects my morning breath, definitely. The closer you smoke to going to bed, the more you're going to have that ashy taste when you wake up. You know, even if you brush your teeth, or I should say when you brush your teeth, just the fact that it's been so close to when you went to bed, you do have that ashy morning breath, which I don't like. So I try to not smoke a pipe within 2 to 3 hours of going to sleep, but it never affects my sleep. Oh, let's see, what else we got? Mark Taylor, I'm glad to hear you have discovered the wonders of 9mm charcoal filters. Newton Piper, I may have already missed you, but glad you stopped in. T-Dog, okay, so back-ordered items, Autumn Evening and Virginia Cream. I am almost 100% sure I'm going to have those in stock by the weekend. Let me take a look. I'm looking at a document right now. Oh, Autumn Evening and Virginia Cream. Yes. I should have those both back in stock by Saturday night, if not before. Yeah, so I think I'm slowly going to put some ugly sticks here and there into the site rotation. But what I don't want to do is just start pulling ones that I'm like, well, because they are seconds, right? So I don't want to get to the point where people a standard price pipe and they can't really tell much of a difference, right? So definitely I'm trying my best to only put the physically marred pipes that I wouldn't be happy with personally without knowing, being told, hey, these are uglier than normal. Pipe on the patio. Glad you stopped in, man. Oh, it's 7:35. We've been going for a little while. 40 minutes or so. Yeah, some of these pipes are gnarly looking that I put in the ugly stick pile that kind of I wanted to keep. One of them in particular was crazy looking. It was almost looked like a spalted maple. Jim Cook, glad you liked the How to Smoke a Pipe series. I really hope that series gains some ground. Here in the future, though, I'm going to make a one-part video, like a crash course in pipe smoking, and then direct people, if they want to dig more into the weeds, to the 25-part series. Oh, B. Conrad, glad you got one of the 703s, man. I think you will dig it. Well, you guys, it is getting late. I need to finish up this pipe and get inside and get out of this heat. So, if I can figure out how to end this stream, we'll do it. Good hanging out with y'all, and we'll chat with y'all again soon. Night, everybody.